Country Girl, Primal Scream, you're listening to the Russell Brand radio show live on BBC Radio 2. We are in Los Angeles. By we, I mean me, and I mean another little chap. It's Matthew Morgan. Hello, are you alright?
Yes, and I'm still here.
Well done for still being here. Congratulations on still being here. What show it's going to be later on? We've got Noel Gallagher in the first hour. Later on, we've got Matt Morgan's little chum, Lemmy, coming on the show. But not as a result of Matt accosting him in a nightclub.
Despite my accosting.
Not because of. So, what else is happening later on? We also might be talking to gay robot Anthony Daniels, who plays C-3PO. Well, he's not gay robot.
Well, he might be gay.
All right, he might be. We don't know. We don't actually even mind, do we? It's not really our concern. Be gay if you want. Now then, what kind of a week has it been for us, Matthew? It's been sort of an interesting week. In one respect, very good. We won that award.
Victorious.
A week of triumphs. Now, we were not there to receive that award ourselves. At the Sony Entertainment Award for Best Entertainment Show, Best Entertainment Award, gold medal. It's good. It's like an Olympic medal, isn't it? Golden. We've got it. What's the... G went for us. He read out a poem and claimed the award. Mr. G, Poet Laureate of the show, is currently in London. He will talk to us now about the experience. G, what was it like?
It was nerve-wracking. It was...
Why was it nerve-wracking, mate?
Because you don't know you're going to win, so you're just sitting there, and then just one award after the next award's going on.
Be a bit more confident, That's my advice. Just if there's assume you're going to win.
I'd be dreading it.
We're dreading it, G.
Yeah, the tension just builds up, and people just start saying, oh, you know, what are you going to say if you win? Or what are you going to say if you don't win? What do you think about this show? What do you think about this other show? And you're just sitting there just going, oh, my
Who are these
God.
people? Who are you sat with? John Noel?
I don't even know. I was on another table. I was on another table from the John Noel table. All right?
Who were you sat with? Who was your friends? Did you take a bird? What did you do? Who'd you go with?
No, because I had to go straight from the Into the Hood show. I just left...
Into the Hood, your West End show?
Yeah, I just
you
left...
flamboyant Nancy.
I left straight from there and went straight to the hotel, and they just ushered me and just sat me down.
What did you wear?
I don't know what I wore. Clothes.
What? Lie?
You were representing.
You liar!
Just,
you do. It doesn't know.
I wore a suit and a red shirt.
Hello, Saucy.
Cigarette in a holder.
You guys should have been there. I feel you owe me. You owe me. I'm starting to question whether you're actually shooting a film out there.
Well, actually, don't question it, because we are. I was in it yesterday, being a sexy gold robot.
Okay.
So how about that?
You should have been there. All right. All I was doing, I was sitting there, getting more and more tense, just thinking, where are these two guys? Where are they?
We are very grateful for that award, and we wanted to be there.
I'm grateful for that award.
I said we.
All right.
Try and beat me on gratefulness.
Hold on, let's see who's more grateful. Tension race up. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. I love
It's a really good award.
It's a very prestigious award we've won there, and I'd like to thank... Did people vote for it, or do we just get it? How did it happen?
I think the judges vote for it or something.
I'd like to thank a judge and all judges.
All the judges,
Any
everywhere.
judge, except that one that said, what is Gaza? Him. He can sod off. What is Gaza? He's a footballer, you silly ass. Silly ass. Well, I thank all judges for our award. So even now, we're doing an award-winning show.
And what's the actual award look like, G? Have you got it there?
I haven't got it here now, but it's like...
Where is it?
What, you've tried it? You've shoved it?
eBay.
I left it on a night bus, all right?
You idiot. Don't go on night buses now.
It looks like a golden ticket inside some glass. That's what it looks like.
Sounds a bit weird.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Listen, haven't we got the audio of the event itself where you received the award? If so, I would like to listen to that now, and I'm sure many of our listeners would enjoy that. Let's see what... This is Mr. G accepting an award on our behalf, and perhaps someone throwing to that from the podium. Perhaps, G, you could set it out for us, because you know what went on. Me and Matt were over here selling ourselves.
Well, basically, they just read out the different categories, and then they said, the winner is the Russell Brand Show. And everyone thought, oh my God, Russell Brand's in the building. And then I went up and gave this speech.
The gold winner is a broadcaster who shows are full of fantastic journeys of the imagination and genuine laugh out loud moments. It's not an act. The gold is awarded to the Russell Brand Show.
Hooray.
And accepting the award for the Russell Brand Show is the resident poet, Mr. G.
What a shambles.
I'd like to thank everyone for listening to our show. I can't believe that we're here.
Where was he sat on the edge of
Wow,
stage?
it looks big here. Wow, damn. No wonder Russell couldn't be here, man. His hairdo won't fit in that screen, you know what I mean, right? But I would like to finish off with a poem that I wrote just especially for you guys, and it's called A Recognition of
Comes
Transmission.
across arrogant, didn't it? 'Cause he's already
Cast
written
your eyes beyond the prizes, beyond the accolades or the acclaim, beyond the other nominees staring solemnly, wishing longingly for the stage. Realize that time is merely
Fine
borrowed
idiot.
and yesterday's tomorrows formed today. And recognize us as a group of guys who pursued and followed that foolish sorrow, a dream to entertain. Thank you very much.
Mr. G.
Yeah, I've just started crying.
Congratulations.
Oh my God, that was like 8 Mile. Well, it was a bit in their face, wasn't it? Oh, the other nominees looking solemnly in your face.
I
you
wrote
mofos.
it not knowing we're going to win, so I wrote it from the
Who's
perspective.
going to read it?
I wrote it thinking that, okay, even if we don't win, I can read this out.
You idiot.
What? If you hadn't won, you wouldn't be allowed up there.
Yeah, what are you going to do? March up there?
That's what you would have done.
Brandon Block elbowing Ronnie Wood aside at the Brits. This is insanity. G.
Well
I've
done, G.
Never been more angry. I'm not disappointed with you. I'm angry. I'm very angry with what you have done. Now it's brilliant.
I'm extremely grateful because that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, no, well, go down the road, mate. I'm going to put you in all sorts of compromising positions. I've got a few little plans in store for you.
No, next time, Russ, you're going to go up there and me and Matt are going to laugh at you. That's the tradition that's worked, and that's the tradition we're sticking with.
Let's stick with that. Yeah, it works very well. There's some of us born to this kind of glory.
Russell's very good at the
lifestyle.
actual speech, but what he's not very good at is cutaways, looking normal in cutaways. When they cut away to him in the audience, I have to go to him, you look nervous, dear. Try and look relaxed.
Matt, he wouldn't have taken the tension, the way the tension builds up.
No, he wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
He can't pull a normal face. It
Can't
looks
be
like,
normal.
oh, that man's normal, happy, young guy. He's relaxed.
Yeah, I know, because it's the expectation. I can't be duplicitous. If I know I'm sitting in an audience waiting for an award, whether I'm going to win it or not, I wouldn't go if I weren't going to win it. But if I'm sat there thinking that, oh, here comes the award, I can't, not do it. That's why if I find someone sexually attractive, I have to go, I fancy you! I can't keep it in a fridge, in the garage, not mention it.
What have you got in a fridge in a garage?
Nothing. There's
Why did
nothing
you
in the
say
fridge.
that?
I don't know why I associate that with dead bodies. I don't know where that association's come from. I don't know why. I certainly haven't got a Nielsen.
No, what
fridge.
you're meant to do is chat to someone next to you and look
Right.
light-hearted.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
pretend-
next to you. Sat
Yeah,
there.
I try and lighten the mood.
You don't like the mood, sat there nervously popping pills for your bladder and your stomach and worrying yourself
talking
sick
about?
and dabbing your brow and sniffing at a nosegay. You're a wreck. We're going to have to go up, I'm worried sick, oh my word. No, you do, you're quite comforting. Someone's just squeezed my little leg under the table, don't you?
No.
I call it my
Was
little
that your leg? Oh, drat.
Oh dear, what a shambles. Well, anyway, thank you to everyone for giving us that Sony Entertainment Award. We're very, very grateful. We're very proud. But of course, we make this show for you, the listeners,
Not
for
for
those
the
people.
awards.
So we don't do it for awards. We do it for money. That is why we're here. It's for too much money. No, we're here. We do it for the honour and the recognition and the glory and to build the revolution, but mostly for our listeners.
And we
so
enjoy
thank
it.
you. We enjoy it. It's a laugh, isn't it? Tell you the truth, me and Matt were on the way here having a chat. That could have been part of the radio show. Afterwards, we'll still be having a chat. It's just a bit more swearing and a bit more mentioning of Matt's criminal record. So that's the only distinction, really,
No criminal
between
record
off-air
for
and
me.
on-air. But the important
Only
thing...
for you.
Although it was, yes, that's true, you're clean and serene. So, although it was a very great week in one respect that we won that award, it was a sad week in another way. Matthew's grandfather, Arthur Coomber, died, and that's why all of us at the show would like to dedicate this award to him and to his widow. What's your nan's name?
Dorothy.
Ah, Dorothy. So that's to you and all of the Morgan family and the Coomber family. This lovely, lovely man who died. It's very sad for all of us. So there's more important things than awards. Life goes on, etc., etc. Should we listen to a record in case we get choked and sad?
Yes, yeah.
Let's put on this record. This is a more normal thing because this is dedicated to Morrissey, something we're used to doing because a lot of this show is sort of built around appeasing Morrissey. Last week when I saw him, he said, oh, let's listen to this Jabriah. There's some bloke that he's decided he likes. He gave me the CD, and it weren't in a proper box. He'd sort of written Jabriah and the track number sort of with a pen. I thought, that's a bit weird. I've got this thing that's just sort of written by Morrissey now. Sort of a little while ago, I would have prized that, and it was a handwritten thing from Morrissey. But in that moment, I just thought, give us a proper CD cover, Morrissey. So he's asked for this. I've not listened to it. It's pretty much an integral part of this Sony award-winning show, Appeasing Morrissey. So let's appease Morrissey further with Jabriah. What is the... Hold on, let me have a look at the name.
Morning Starship.
Morning Starship. This is for you, Morrissey. See you later, dear. I'm going to see Morrissey later. Jabriah, Morning Starship. You're listening to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2. Do you like that, Matthew?
I actually do like that.
It's quite
I'll shock
good.
you.
Sort of a bit Dylan-y.
Van Morrison, Stones.
Yeah.
Classic rock.
Oh.
I thought that was going to be indie drivel.
Don't criticise the views of Morrissey. You know that's forbidden on this radio show. Right. What was you going to say?
I'm not just saying I thought that's what it would be.
So, right, coming up, we've got loads of things. Noel Gallagher's going to be here in a minute. Or
Brilliant.
He'll be on the
Is he
radio.
on holiday still?
Don't know. I forget the impression he's back off his holiday now. He was meant to turn up and collect an award. God knows he couldn't have made any more of ash of it than that Yobbo G with his in-your-face attitude, boasting and bellowing from the stage. Christ, oh, look at my head and everything. What was he going to
There must have been a huge screen behind him.
Right,
I don't think your just head swells up when you go on stage.
Oh, yours does when you stand near Slash.
Well, it didn't actually, 'cause I saw him the other day, and my head shrunk to the size of a walnut.
If you want to have a good laugh, and why wouldn't you, go to the bbc.co.uk website, have a look at some of the photos. You'll find one of Matt in there, like when Slash came on our radio show. Matt's head just ballooned up. I'm surprised Phileas Fogg didn't climb into your belly button and try and race around the world. Your head was
It was so weird,
enormous.
wasn't it? I must have had a nervous reaction to something.
Yeah, it's really weird, because normally, I'm looking at your head now, it's the size of any normal man's head, but
Yeah.
bring Slash in here. I wonder what happened when Lemmy's on the phone. Perhaps, do you think you'll feel embarrassed because you approached him in that club?
No, I reckon he won't remember.
Why don't you do some of the interview?
Because I'd be too scared to.
Right, that's
I
it.
like to live vicariously through you.
A lot of people like to live vicariously through me, and I don't know what this idea of vicarious pleasure is, because I wouldn't like it. Like, if someone tells me about sex they've been having, I just fizz in silent rage and go off and have some sex myself immediately. Revenge sex against the world. Like, but some people like the fact that I'm out there, living it. I'm living it like that. Some people like it, but that's what I'm up to.
Well, they've got higher morals, and they're probably in a marriage.
Right, they are.
So your little stories are, it's like reporting from the front line.
Yeah, people like our Hollywood agent, Adam Vennett. He's a big, powerful man, isn't he? Our Hollywood agent, Adam Vennett, looks after lots of important people. Dusty Hoffman, I heard him referring to Dustin Hoffman as Dusty Hoffman just the other day, and I thought, ooh, Dusty! Got a bit excited by it. Sacha Baron Cohen, he look after, doesn't he? Adam Sandler, etc., etc. He looks after us now. I was on the phone to him the other day. He goes, I got an image. He goes, the image that's worrying me is the image of Matt Morgan in a Porsche driving through Hollywood throwing dollar bills over his shoulder. I goes, we can't ever let that happen. Let's put him on a wage.
Even when I'm super rich, I'll never do that.
You promise never to throw
Never.
dollar bills over your shoulder.
Would never
in a
be that
Porsche.
arrogant.
No, you wouldn't. You're too nervous, aren't you? Look at you now, worried sick.
I'm not nervous.
You are. You wouldn't even go and stay in a hotel for some reason. Oh, I can't go and stay
It's
in
too
a hotel.
expensive.
It's expensive.
I like to stay in your little outhouse. Keep an eye on things.
You scuttling about. What were you doing to the kitchen floor? The kitchen floor's all coming up. The paint on the kitchen floor
That was like that
coming
when
up.
I arrived.
It wasn't. It
It just
was lovely.
sticks to me more than anyone else.
You make everywhere you go like the gutter. That's the problem with you.
Oh, look who's talking.
How? What? Are you somehow dragging me into this?
Yeah.
And have I ever made anywhere like the gutter?
Because you could go to the Royal Albert Hall, but you'll still be in a disabled toilet with a girl. That's why.
But
Just because some stuff from the kitchen floor stuck to my feet and then went in my bed and made it look like a fox had been.
It looked like a fox had been living in his bed. It's like a badger's set in his
It's because
bedroom.
the kitchen floor's all coming up because of you.
I went in there and tidied up his bedroom the other day. Tidied it up all nice.
Yeah,
didn't
only
I?
for nostalgic reasons. Oh, I remember picking things up.
Oh, this is fun. Oh, a spoonful of sugar.
Your assistant, Matt. I haven't got one. Oh, God, it must be awful.
What do you do without an assistant? I suppose your hairdresser could do a few extra bits and bobs. couldn't
Well,
they?
because a madman tidied my room, I can't find anything now. There's a drawer that you pull out, it's just full of money.
Yes, that's the money drawer, which just goes to show how touchy you are, because normal person don't have a money drawer. All stuffed with money. Matt's bedroom's like Buster Edwards' bedroom. It's big drawers full of dollar bills.
You're always
I
in
don't
my
know.
bedroom.
What?
Wherever we are, he has to nose through my stuff.
I know. I went to that hotel where we were the other day, thank God. I went and stayed in a hotel the other week, because I suspected Matt and Nick might bring people back for a romp. Nick, our manager.
What a
Matt.
chicken.
So I thought, I'm not staying there, I'll go to an hotel. So I went back to the hotel, stayed like
Because
where I used
people
to
are on
live.
the wrong road.
People were going down the wrong roads. Those people are Nick Linnon and Matt
Did you go and stay in a
Morgan.
hotel in a tantrum
Wrong
way or
roads,
in a sort of calm way?
a calm sort of, like, as if, it's like, you know how a dog will sense a tsunami's coming and he'll go and, like, he'll leave the shack, maybe.
Yeah.
This is in Sri Lanka where this whole thing's taking place.
Right.
He's leaving the shack because they know. And if dogs and birds know in advance that tsunamis, why don't they tell us instead of keeping it to themselves?
Well, they do by running away, but you just got to keep your
That's
eye on
not
them.
telling us, that's running away.
Yeah, but
Cowardice.
how else are they going to do?
And then they want their dog food. Well, that's it. From now on, man's best friend, man's worst traitor, From now on, the dogs is my foes.
Yeah, well,
Unless
now
they stick
people
around.
learned that from the last tsunami, now they keep an eye on the animals.
Right, okay.
It's weird that they know, though. There must be vibrations in the earth.
There must be vibrations. Good.
So you're comparing yourself to a dog that ran away. Well,
very much.
How noble.
Oh, more like the littlest hobo. There was a voice that kept on calling
Keep on
there.
moving on. Let's bring it back some chicks. I'll get jealous and create a socially awkward atmosphere.
Off I went to a nice hotel. It reminded me of the good old days when I remember when I stayed in that preposterous suite that was a whole floor.
Didn't deserve it. That was true living like a fox.
It was idiotic.
He demanded a suite, and then he was scared of the vastness of it, and lived in a corner, basically in a bin bag.
It was a ridiculous expanse. No man could be. So it was like living. It was like the horizon. It just went on forever. That room. I didn't know where to put myself in it.
It had
Great
like a
big
dining
banquet
room table
tables.
with like you could get 100 people around it.
You could have had a proper conference.
Presidential suite. He demanded it like a child, saying, "I want a suite.
I want a suite. Give me a suite."
His first movie, his first chance, and he arrives and demands a bigger room.
Yeah, I know. Funny how.
But then you got it.
Yeah, see, that's why I
But
make
then you were
demands. It's been an interesting
Anyway,
journey.
I think you went to a hotel, probably some sort of transsexual or something you didn't want us to see.
Hey, if I had a nice transsexual, I'd parade it round the house, poking at its privates with a lolly stick, cuddling it senseless. There's nothing wrong with being transgenderal. That's what I say.
So what was their name?
Anyway, Bert stroke Sue. Listen, if anyone here is likely to yield to a transsexual, it's you, Matthew. You've always shown that unhealthy curiosity, even when we were in Thailand, when we were in that bar. When me and Nick Linnon realised they were lady boys, we paid the bill.
Ordered a drink.
It. Matthew,
I sat between you
invested.
two.
Matt wanted to buy shares.
You touched one.
Can we go upstairs? Oh, this one's showing me down the front of its drawers. It was disgraceful.
Well, you know, they're intriguing.
They are intriguing, and there's no doubt about that. Yeah, pretty, aren't they?
They were better looking than the girls.
I know. Well, there's a price we paid twice. Once a girl came home with me, she had 9 toes. There was a toe missing.
That's from Triads.
This little piggy went to market. Well, get it back. It should have only been a visit. It's a ridiculous way to live life. Do you think it's from Triads? I don't
No,
think they have
maybe
them in
not.
Thailand, but
No.
it did seem a bit like a sort of thing a gang might have done.
Yeah.
But what about the hairy shins? Who's behind that? Who are you going to blame for that? Cosa Nostra, the Mafia, the Crips, the Bloods? There's no excuse for hairy shins unless you're a fella or, you know, you want hairy shins. Who
Get
cares?
out of that little
Do it.
hole.
Okay, I'm in a foxhole. I'm in a Matt Morgan's bedroom style hell. There's black bits on my sheets. All these sheets, all full of stuff. And to think that there's 3 girls, 3 teens, too young, I'd say, for you, 19-year-old girls, somewhere in London. Paul,
Yeah, what's this about?
off the show, said that there's some girls who want to have it off with you, Matthew.
But hang on, what's the message?
The message was they want a foursome with you, but there is 4 of them, so presumably, I
sit
don't know.
outside.
You're very much in a Charlie out of Charlie's Angels roles. So you're just sort of there.
Where's that email? I just want to look at it.
Well, hold on.
This is funny, really. Isn't
Just
it?
for a laugh. Just for a laugh, Matt. I will
go on,
say
have a look.
this.
Let's have a look.
As a man who sometimes sleeps with people, you're not cut out for it. You're too nervous. You'll just spend your whole time
Shut up.
worrying about different
Why do you
sex
keep saying I'm
diseases.
nervous? I'm borderline arrogant.
You are on the precipice of something dreadful.
Where is that email?
I don't
want to
know.
go on about it. What do you mean you don't know? I bet you've edited it. I bet you've put it somewhere.
I've put it somewhere. You don't want to go off, do you? With
I
your
never
3
do that
girls?
sort of thing, but I'm willing to have a new item on the show
Matt
called
does.
Sleep with Matt.
Matt,
It was
right,
always gonna
listen,
happen.
I felt all sorry for you because of the week's events with your family. Now you're trying to use this radio show. A minute ago, what did you say? Listen to some of the things Matt said before the show. Yeah, Lemmy, it'd be good Lemmy's on the show. He's got a big collection of Nazi memorabilia. I'd like to see it. I'd like to dress up in it, only for a laugh. And then you looked off all wistful into an Aryan horizon.
Saluted the horizon.
You did.
No, it's interesting. It's like horror sort of thing, isn't it? It's like, you know.
Will we ask Lemmy why he's got all this Nazi
I
paraphernalia?
think so, yeah. He claims he's not Nazi. and
You
he
also
probably
said
isn't.
you'd like to get a police marksman to shoot the warts off his face.
Oh, as if I said
Well,
that.
how are we going to ask him that? That's a ridiculous thing to ask anyone.
He's not going to come on the show now, is he?
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Probably hasn't even noticed them.
you... I won't be sure which one to address. We might find out halfway through the interview we've been talking to a
They
wall.
do backing vocals.
Listen.
Suspense! Right, I hope he's not listening. And if he is listening, we don't mean that.
We also don't mean this bit where I say biopsy. Listen, look.
Nah, come on,
A lot
come
of
on.
people have said things about Lemmy's face, right? It was childish, and I want to withdraw from it all. Now then, so Lemmy will be coming up.
You idiot!
What? What have I done ever?
Brought that up.
All I've ever tried to do is make people happy. Mostly me. And why have I been criticised for this lifestyle? It's a style of life. Now, oh God, this thing's choking me round my neck.
It's because you've got it on wrong.
I know, it's rattling against my necklace, Matthew. It's my headphones wire. We've got a fantastic show. If you want to text us, what is the number?
88291. You say it every week for 2
I
hours.
can't remember. It doesn't make sense as a number.
You remember the most random things, but you can't remember that.
Gillette, the best a man can get on so many faces. It's plain to see. We give you all a man could give for the most a man could be. When the race is won, we're the champions. Gillette, the best a man can get.
You watched too much telly, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't have no friends, did I? I was just watching the little box. Get inside box, get inside
We
box.
are not sponsored or affiliated with Gillette.
Other razors are available, but do they have as good adverts?
Wilkinson Sword. Say that quickly.
Wilkinson sword, it's a lovely old sword. Take my word, it's a Wilkinson sword.
Mind your warts when you shave it with it.
Otherwise, half of your body weight will plummet. For all I know, he keeps a kidney in there.
Oh, imagine you shaving and you cut the top off one of them.
Oh, mate.
Look like a little volcano.
Oh, no, he's got a facial Vesuvius. Look, mate.
He won't mind, he's rock and roll.
He don't mind. He loves all this sort of thing, insults and his feelings being hurt. Lemmy said of women, they go, why'd you keep sleeping with so many women, Lemmy? And he goes, because I'm embarrassed about my warts. No, he said, I've never met one that made me want to give up all the others. So,
Well, there's something you've lived by.
Yep, that's one of my mottos. I've never met 7 that make me want to give up the other 100. Listen, what I'm saying is, I'm looking now to settle down and get married.
Well, don't look at me.
I will look at you. I will look at you. If you want to email me, do. russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Perhaps you want to talk to me or Matt. You might want to ask us something about how we feel inside. I don't know. That's your business. Here's an email. Hi, Russ, Matt and G. Last week you mentioned that Softly Walter might have been a gay stereotype, but actually in the Beano, Walter had a girlfriend. It was Dennis himself who was without a female partner. All he had was a dog. Love from a man. A man, not a man. He's called a man.
Right,
so
more specific than a man.
yeah, just a man, just sending an email. I'm just a man standing in front of a girl, asking her to love him. That's a bit like the film Notting Hill. Not in this game! Sorry. This is from a BBC employee. I note that you had Cheggers on the show last week. When I was working on the phones for children in need, the presenter at the time would come down to us commoners, take out calls from the public, much to the delight of said public. I would take calls from the public. When Cheggers came down, he was extremely loud and red-faced, grabbing phones and generally creating mirth wherever he went. He took the phone call of someone sitting near and proceeded to bellow, "Oh, I'm going to take all your money, love. I've got your bank details here." Then he was all silent and it was awkward and he said, "I'm sorry for your loss," and handed back the phone. Love from a BBC employee.
Oh, Cheggers.
Cheggers.
It's nice, though.
He was brilliant. He was a lovely guest and a man that conveys an awful lot of personal warmth. I enjoyed him enormously. So, Matthew, you wanted to go... Should we listen to a record?
Band of Gold.
Oh, yeah, Band of Gold.
Keep
Who is it
hearing
that
this,
sings that?
It's got really out of the way.
We'll
I'll
find
tell you.
out. It's written down on the list.
We'll move your head.
Oh, Matt, why have I got to move my head for?
Just move it an inch to your left.
If you want to email us, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk, or you can text us on 88291. We are live. You can talk, what, Frida Payne?
It sounds like Free the Pain.
Frida Payne.
Frida Payne. Sounds
Yeah.
like some old lady.
What? Sounds
Frida
like
Payne.
probably is an
Sounds
old
like-
lady now, even if she's still alive. She'll be
That's true.
old. That's the best you got to hope for, is old age. That's it. That's the nature of life, even if you're free to pain. So, later on the show, we've got Noel Gallagher, we've got, maybe, got Lemmy coming up. I'll be talking to Anthony Daniels, actor who played C-3PO, about the trials and tribulations of playing a robot. Not paying. Not
Now that
paying.
you've done the same.
Yeah, because I've done it. I played a gay robot just yesterday.
A gay robot? Gold robot?
Gold gay robot. Well,
Was he
my
gay?
one...
Did you camp him up?
A bit, yeah. Adam Sandler went like, try him a bit more gay, buddy. Like that.
Yeah.
So I did. Just gauged him up a
Do
bit.
whatever Adam says, won't you?
I love Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, we'll go food truck together.
I'm going to food truck if you want a cup of coffee. I'll go tuck shop.
So go tuck shop.
Yeah,
What's a tuck shop?
I've got some extra money for tuck if you want some. Yeah, mate, do you want
Sticky bun.
want to come round my trailer after to see what's so on the telly? Yeah, I get on alright with him. He's a nice man. I
The
like him.
trailer's not very nice, is it? bit hot.
Hang on, what?
The kitchen thing slides around.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? To have
Is
a
it?
slidey kitchen, yeah.
No, I don't know.
So then you can pretend you're in a wacky world of bonkers. Woo, it's a crazy house. The kitchen
unnerving.
is sliding. You don't like the slidey kitchen. This is interesting. Perhaps this might be some uproar. Lucy Lawless came in my trailer the other day. Xena, warrior princess.
Ooh.
She came in, she's married, she's got a couple of kids. Nice she is, though. She was wearing a makeup thing where she was like a crab lady. She'd been all painted red. Her boobs were painted red. She was in a dress. You can only see the top half of her boobs. But red boobs, Matt. Red as a comic relief red nose day nose.
Really?
Red, radiant red boobs. Yeah.
What, are you into that?
Yeah, I am now. I mean, I wonder, would you have sex with a sort of an alien person?
Yes,
Would you? Yeah.
definitely.
Well, hold on.
No, I wouldn't try and breed with it.
What
I'm
about...
I'm not an animal.
No, well, you just have heavy petting.
As
more.
if it, like, you know, like, say it was like a normal Earth girl, but she was like silver or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely a Silver Earth girl. I'd love that.
Yeah.
I'd like that. That'd be a real boon. But you've already revealed you don't mind a ladyboy under the
Well, I
right
do mind a
circumstances.
ladyboy.
Well, from what I've
But
seen...
a silver ladyboy
Now we're talking. Yeah.
on the moon, me.
Sounds like a lovely evening. Hold on a second, 'cause I've got something here about ladyboys or something. Why don't we listen to...
Band of Gold.
Oh, right, Band of Gold by Frida Payne.
Yeah.
Right, this is that, and then we'll recompose ourselves. Later on, Noel Gallagher. Later on, Lemmy. Later on, C-3PO Robot. Our regular items, Jingle Race War. That's going to be on. Our regular item, Gay, with some pretty interesting gay problems. Anecdote. All coming up on this Sony Award-winning show. Mr. G, Poet Laureate of the show, will summarise everything. What a show we've got on our hands. Aren't we lucky? Are we lucky?
So lucky.
We're lucky! We've been lucky, Band of Gold. Band of Gold, all that's left, Band of Gold, Band of Gold, Band of Gold, all that's left. All right, I'll get it. Oh, you've got some Band of Gold. Cheer up, he's gone. Go over. That's her wedding ring, is it, that Band
I
of Gold?
think it must be.
Unless she's been putting the tip of her finger up someone's butt.
Oh, you
Whoa,
disgusting.
It could be, man.
Could be a band of gold robots.
Okay, oh, what about this then? Jacques Derrida says that it is our right to representatively analyse... This makes me worthwhile! That you can retrospectively analyse anything and apply meaning to a work of art. So say Noel Gallagher, who'll go, no, my lyrics don't mean nothing, my lyrics don't mean nothing. Well, yeah, in a way, they don't mean nothing. Champagne supernova, up there, walking down a cannonball up the hill diddly I shine. He said, right, but that, you retrospectively can go, oh, that's probably about the explosion of orgasm or something, and Noel can't argue because post-structuralism decrees that meaning can be representatively applied because meaning is out there in the ether, ready to be stuck onto any old thing. And here is that the originator of some of the world's most
Jacques Derrida.
tawdry muck. Noel, Jacques Derrida appreciator, Gallagher. Hello, Noel, you all right?
All right, mate.
You back in England?
I'm around.
What? That's mysterious. What are you saying?
I'm just around, you know.
You're just around. Ooh, mysterious Noel
Are
Gallagher.
you back in England?
No, we're still in LA. Oh, me and Hollywood Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan's like it's like a 80s Hollywood film, like Risky Business.
How is Matthew? Are you,
Secret
Matt?
of my success.
Matt,
I'm good, actually. I'm all right, you know.
He goes around in short trousers these days. Spends most of his time with cool girls doing coke off of his own bicep. Drugs are bad. So he doesn't do that. Noel, congratulations on your Sony Entertainment Award. Of your numerous jumped-up trophies, where does this rank?
Well, it's a pretty novel. Thank me on the night, isn't it?
Oh, you didn't get thanked?
No.
G? G was there.
You'll pay for this with ratings.
Listen, G hoovered up all the credit that night, and apparently more besides. G was West End Mr.
Yeah,
G.
he didn't even mention us.
I didn't hear my name mentioned in that. He just went, yeah, thanks for the award, then rubbed it all round his genitals and drop-kicked it to the back of the room. Terrible the way he lives. So, no, I personally, on behalf of all our listeners, would like to thank you for your contributions to this radio show.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. Every other week it's a pleasure.
Every other week? What, sometimes you don't like it?
No, well, sometimes you don't call. So, I mean, you usually say right at the beginning of the show, we're going to have not, and you have no intention of calling me. I can tell anyway, sometimes.
We
forget him sometimes.
We forget him like a little old granddad in a loft and chat. Oh, put aside. Hey, no, why don't you come to Los Angeles and mix your album or whatever it is you do for a job
No, that's all
these
done.
days?
That's all finished.
Oh, when's that coming out?
It's out in, I can't really tell you that.
Oh,
Why?
Blimey, this
Why?
is a
Because,
scoop.
you know, because that's for, you know, proper
Marketing types to decide.
People like to make announcements, don't they? I could tell you, I know when it's out for. You say, I get a
in
flick
trouble.
on the ear off my manager. He said, "What's
Well, now
it out for?"
Hold on, but this is an award-winning show. What better place to make your announcements than this award-winning show?
It's not really going to have the impact that I want.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, why don't you do it on Anne Diamond's breakfast show?
Pebble Mill.
Yeah, do it on Pebble Mill. Something more suited to your audience,
I tell you, Russell, but my manager's a bit of a stickler, you see.
Yeah, okay, well, since you
just
sold
announce
out
the
to
date,
man.
let's make one up.
Right,
Now in September.
Noel's just texted us this.
This is, right, we...
September, you can make up any date from the 1st to the 31st, I think.
Of September.
Yeah.
Sometime in September, that record will be coming out.
21st of September.
21st September.
That's Liam's birthday, so we'll go with
That's
that.
why.
Perfect time, because after all, if Oasis is about one thing, it is about Liam Gallagher, the charismatic rock star.
That's correct. The Enigma.
Yeah. The enigma that is Liam Gallagher. So out on the 21st, in Barking Basement Beans by the 23rd, half price.
By the way,
Free
can I
with
just
Q
point out
magazine.
to people who are listening from the Music Press, it's not out on the 21st.
It's out on the 21st.
It's not out on the 21st.
Out on the 21st.
It's not out on the
21st. I'll be there in line.
Oh, yes, I'll be there. A bit like new Harry Potter, won't it, Matt? We'll be there.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, dressed up as wizards. Waiting for Noel's new LP. Oh, look
It's
at
not my new LP, it's not mine, it's my group's new LP, isn't it?
Yeah, your group. Of course it is. Are you ever going to do a solo album?
I'd have thought so, yeah.
Of course you will, but eventually your ego will get out of control with all...
The ego's been out of control for years, but I never quite find the time. I'm always kind of tied up with the Oasis business, having kids, buying houses, that kind of thing, you know.
Don't mix the Oasis business and having kids up. I don't want you troubling Gem for a snog or something. It's the
beg
last
your
thing any of us need. Well, you
Troubling
know...
Gem for a snog?
Yeah, it's the sort of thing you might get up to. I don't know what happens in bands. I'm
We
very
don't get
busy
that
with my
close
career.
to a bus. No. It's all firm
listen.
handshakes and, you know.
Yeah, masculine, very, very male, very butch, very English. Now, listen to this story out of the paper about a certain someone you know and love and begrudgingly admire. It's old Russ. This is from the Star. When Russell Brand heard that lady botherers are now punished with the snip in Saudi Arabia, he cancelled his flight quicker than you could grunt Mile High Club. Grunt Mile High Club? But it's not his world-weary dinkle that would suffer if he made Islamic lashes flutter through their peep scarves. It's far more powerful biological weapon in his war against celibacy, his hair. Few things put the former junkie off exotic travel. He's an old hand at touching his winkle pickers while rubber hands root around his secret suitcase for illegal luggage.
Who wrote this?
I take it that's not from The Guardian, then.
It's actually the Star, but I think that's quite good. He says, look at this, touching his winkle pickers while rubber hands root around his secret suitcase for illegal luggage.
What were you supposed to go to Saudi Arabia for, anyway?
I wasn't. This whole thing's just made up junk.
Oh, well, I was just, I was only playing the game, Russell, come on.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, good. Hello. Look at
Oh, he's
that.
a pro, isn't he? That's why we get the
Fourth
big
wall,
awards.
because of Noel Gallagher's awareness. What's your objective in this scene, Noel? What are your activities? What's your animal? Look at him.
I'm a paranoid.
Stanislavski. All right,
Anyway, so
Noel.
anyway, well, why are you telling me this, anyway?
Don't know, something to do with it. Look, we could dispense with it if you want. It's just an erroneous story saying I was going to Saudi Arabia. But what about another story? Lovely Matt Morgan cheered me up because there was a story in another paper going. It said something along the lines of I can't dress anymore because I'm too old.
How old are you, anyway?
32, right?
Well, you can't
it
dress,
is-
you've got a stylist.
Hey, whoa, Sharon Smith does a lot of good work and I appreciate every
You've got
single
a stylist
second of it.
for years, have you not?
Yeah, always.
Right,
so,
then.
like, you know.
So when was the last time you kind of dressed yourself?
Well, I think it was for cups.
I mean, you physically
No, hold
put
on,
the clothes on in the
no.
morning, I assume.
Huh? Sorry?
You would physically put the clothes on in the morning, but she picks
No,
them out,
actually, I
doesn't
don't
she?
physically put them on. Sharon comes in and pulls, like, especially if it's a big event, you know, then she'll come in and I'll just lay there and she pulls pants on me like it's the diving bell and the butterfly. Like I'm just laying prostrate, immovable man in a coma, having pants pulled up onto me and little socks. Then I try and jump both legs into a pair of jeans every time. I always try and do that. That's always a good bit of fun. Then I'm bejeweled. Sometimes I fall asleep in the chair and I get all dressed up and it's like that sort of story about the cobbler and the mice, where the mice make all the shoes for the cobbler. I wake up and it's all nice and done. And it's alright, it is. You can feel people all whizzing around you. I feel it's like Gulliver's Travels or something. So, yeah.
So what was the point?
Yeah.
I don't think there is
Too
a
old
point.
to dress like that.
Oh, yeah! How dare they? When I'm so young and nimble and
Yeah, but-
probably slimmer than ever. I've not put weight on ever, Matt.
No, I don't think so.
They shouldn't say I'm fat if I've been bulimic. I've got a past for people not to say that to me, ain't I?
You're not
No.
fat. You've got a great shaped thigh.
Thank Thank you very much.
I started reading your book, you know.
What? You've just started?
No, Sarah, I haven't. Oh. I don't need to
Why don't you read it, slow coach?
He's read it twice and made notes.
I don't know. I've read the back jacket.
Well, that's not an indication. Read it.
I'm not interested in your early... She laughed out loud the other night. Did you ask your mum to marry you?
Oh, yeah, I did do that,
when you were 4 or something.
Yeah, I did. I didn't mean it. I didn't know what marriage meant. I wasn't after anything. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't an advance.
Well,
it
you
was
found that funny anyway.
Oh, no, it was a bit
weird. First in a long line of proposals that meant nothing, probably.
All right, darling, want to get married? Go on then, get your laughing gear around that. I'll book a chapel. There you go. Yeah, no, that's not very nice. So, well, anyway, Matt, you was very nice, because, Matt, you said, quite intelligently, and I don't know if you realised how profound this is, that people shouldn't say stuff like that, because we are all, in our way, connected to a higher truth, or God, and people sort of looking sideways and judging you is pointless, that your truth exists between you and God, so people like looking to the side and going, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you wearing that for?" It's sort of stupid and
it's not their place to say.
It's not people's place. Just
but don't you think that's kind of like the weird thing about being a critic, whether it's being a music critic or a movie critic? It's so you spend your life criticising other people's work.
Yeah,
yeah, they can't be very happy.
Can't be very nice.
Well, obviously.
No.
No.
It's better to be us than to have to write about us.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be much worse. Because then you don't even get the sex. So what's the point?
I mean, a lot of it's pointless, isn't it, though? Do you know what I mean? Criticism is pointless, isn't it? Because, beauty's in the eye of the beholder and all that.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're getting so bloody sensitive. If I was any nearer, I would put my finger straight in your bottom. Just to have us unwind.
And I, in turn, would put my finger straight in Matt's.
What a lovely...
We'll hop around Los Angeles.
Yeah, we'd have a little daisy chains of fingers in ours.
Fingers in bums, one finger on our lips, one finger in each other's bums. Shh, we'd say. If anyone commented, we'd say, shh, mind your own business, this is between us and Jesus. What we do is private. Yeah.
Oh dear.
What we get up to is up to us. Is your private life alright, mate? As Sarah, as your baby, as your daughter, everyone alright?
The baby is turning into a dream child. He's colossal at the minute. He's great. Sarah is amazing, obviously. She's sat inside drinking a beer, actually.
Whoa, that's sexy.
Drinking a beer, reading your book.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Thinking
You have
slowly.
to drink to get through it.
Hey! You're in that book, you should be grateful.
Am I?
Do you know what?
Whereabouts? Near the end?
You're at the end, I mentioned, yeah, but I don't start sort of saying, oh, thanks to Noel Gallagher, because frankly, your contributions have been scant, and if anything, adverse.
Or did your trajectory into, the national concerts coincide with me coming to see you at that ridiculous stand-up club that night, and all of a sudden you were pestering me for months, and it's just turned out all this now, every Saturday night on the radio, and books, film deals.
All this.
No.
Yeah, no, you've undoubtedly been a positive influence on my old career and lifestyle. You're a very fine role model and a wonderful man. No one is disputing that, Noel. You are much beloved. Now, hold on, should we do an item with him? Should we do gay with him or something? Let's do an item.
It's ridiculous, this item, because it doesn't mean anything, do you know what I mean? It's like you said the other week.
Nothing means anything.
People it's always the same problem, isn't it?
Hold on, I think you're going to be surprised, Noel, by a slight variation on the theme of I fancy my friend, I'm gay. So let's surprise Noel. Firstly, let's do Noel's jingle. Where's Noel's jingle been? If it's there, let's have a little listen to Noel's jingle. It's always a cheering moment for all of us. Noel's jingle.
This is
Noel and Noel. Noel and Noel. Never ceases to amaze me. That man. So, and then why don't we now, right, with Noel Gallagher, let's do our regular item, gay.
Russell's regular item.
Gay! Hello, I'm Russell Brand. This is the award-winning radio show that I do with some of my mates. Hello, says Rhiannon. I was wondering if you could help me with my gay problem. I've been with my girlfriend, Ruby, and I think Rhiannon's a girl, for nearly 3 years, and it's going great. When we were in bed earlier this week, one can only presume, lesing off. That's all we can presume what's going on there. There's two girls doing lesbianism. When we were in bed earlier this week, I let slip that I was... slippery lesbians in a bed.
Get through the email.
Am I being all sexist? Is this wrong or homophobic or something? Well, if I'm a homophobic, I'm so sorry. If me thinking about a couple of lovely lesbians is a homophobia... Some girls come around there. Oh, no, don't worry about that. It's confusing. When we were in bed earlier this week, I let slip that I was wondering what it would be like to sleep with a man. She told me that she would be fine with me sleeping with a man just once to know what it's like. She's older than me and has experience with men, and I don't know whether to take her up on this offer. Is she genuinely do it because she loves me, or does this mean she's not into the relationship as much as I am? If I did sleep with a man, how do I know that mine and my girlfriend's relationship will be the same afterwards? Can you help me?
I can help her.
Matt, you can't go blundering into a lesbian relationship with your lack of experience. This takes a skilled swordsman, a man of finesse and grace.
No, you'll turn against men forever.
How dare you? Oh, one of us here...
He has sex a bit like the way his pants are put onto him. He slays there.
Okay. Now
slide her on.
Gyrate.
Drive her home.
And orgasm. Now off you go. Oi, I'm very sensitive, lover. I use it to communicate the joy and love that's abundant in the universe. I express
that doesn't sound like it when you're on the phone getting them round.
Oi, no! This is...
Come on now! I want to express love to you from the universe or something. Hurry up!
I've got Krishna's joy spilling out of me. If you want a dollop of it, you better be here by the time I've finished masturbating.
Her problem isn't that much of a problem.
Well, look, it's not a problem.
Her girlfriend's being accommodating. She's thinking, oh no, I might lose her. I better be all nice about this.
Girlfriend's being accommodating. Well, let's see what the boorish oaf Noel Gallagher thinks. No?
It's amazing that they dole out awards for this rubbish, isn't it?
Don't think.
So what do I
think?
What do I think?
Yes.
Yeah, again, it's another ridiculous, pointless email, isn't it? This doesn't.
No, it's not. It's a good problem. We can get laid off this, you stupid man. What's wrong? There's never been any more point to anything ever than me and Matt and a couple of lesbians. What?
Obviously not true. It's just people that want to get their name read out on the radio.
No, that is true. You can tell.
Of course it's true.
Also, I wouldn't want that on my conscience.
Well, then she should go and sleep with a man and deal with the consequences afterwards. Stop worrying about it. Live in the here and now. Don't worry about the future.
Oh, I think a new album title may have slipped out. Live in the here and now by Noel in all here.
Well, I'm assuming they're, young. Just get on with it.
Yep, I'm assuming they're young. Get on with it. Just come round here. And me and Matt will show you a trick or two that will expose your lesbianism for the one-trick pony it has always been. Now, listen, I'm not having a go at lesbians. I think right on. I like that. I get on well with lesbians. Always have done because I can talk to them normally and stop thinking about trying to have
a little bit of yourself in them, I guess, isn't it?
That's it. I'd like to. No, just the tip would be enough. I mean,
I'm going to ask you something. Did Eddie Murphy come at the gig?
Oh, unfortunately, Eddie Murphy never turned up. But you did come. You and McGregor. You and McGregor come. It was a smash hit, my gig.
Not quite the same, though, is it?
Oh, so sorry. Who knows? He probably bumped into a transsexual on the way. Got caught up. I'm only mucking about. Now, listen. I think that, you and McGregor come. He loved it.
Well,
so, what about that? Ben Kenobi.
One of the great stand-ups ever, and he blew you out.
Look, he probably had a lot on. He's got a lot of worries, isn't he?
That's not what you were saying last week, though. Last week you were saying he's definitely coming.
You're really starting to hurt me, Noel Gallagher.
Good. You never mentioned my name in your acceptance speech.
I didn't do an acceptance speech. I was here.
You're pulling the strings, though.
Oh, yeah, like I'm the chuckling puppeteer.
Yeah, you're the puppet master.
That swaggering, arrogant, terrible man, Mr. G, swans up onto the stage... As from what I can understand, in an impossibly awful outfit. What did he say? A red shirt and a suit.
Why was Nick the Vicar's son not there?
We don't know where Nick the Vicar's son was that night. He may have been there. He's certainly not here now. He's at a wedding. He was there. We've just heard.
Why didn't he get up and make a poem?
What kind of Vicar's son's walking up on the stage? It'd be ridiculous.
Is he the producer or something?
Yeah, well, yes, he is. He's nominally.
He'd always sit here, do this, put them on, don't say that. I mean, he's got a lot to say for himself, eh?
You don't want to see behind the scenes.
You don't want to see what goes on back here, Noel. We protect you.
I've been behind the scenes. I've been behind the scenes. There's a lot of coffee drinking and sniggering at pictures on the internet of weevils. Oh, what was that picture that we got?
Wombat. That was brilliant, wasn't it?
The wombat.
Wombat. Have a look at him on Google Images. I mean, you can still get... That is the proudest little animal I've ever seen, that wombat.
It's a colossal picture. We've got that up in our kitchen.
You've got it up in your kitchen?
Mm.
Yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? That wombat. Great. Have a look at him first. If you put wombat into Google Images...
That's what Matt's face would be like if I stuck my finger up his bum after you stuck your finger up my bum.
That's it! That's Noel Gallagher there. Come on, a good friend of this show is Gordon Smart from the Bizarre column. If you don't make a story out of that, Gordon, about me, Noel, Matt Morgan, sticking fingers up each other's bums like wombats...
And then use the picture of the wombat.
Yeah, and then we're sending him... Oh, yeah, well, so listen, Gordon, there you go, mate. There you are, deal with that. Pick the bones out of that, son. There you are. That's all right, isn't it? So, OK, then, right, now let's move on. Now, Noel Gallagher, have you got anything else to say, or can we bloody well go and put some news on?
I got anything to say?
Yeah, anything, any gripes?
Not a great deal. It's got to
Want to apologise to the Geordie community after last week? You condemned them?
Yes, I apologise to all those Geordies. Well, my apologies.
Was that sincere? Because it didn't sound very sincere, darling. It sounded a bit insincere.
Well, I don't mind being insincere. I am insincere.
That's true, fair enough. That's that dealt with. Sidestepped
I stay true to myself.
True. It's funny, isn't he? You drunk, mate? Is this just your personality? So there it is, Noel Gallagher there, swerving the issue, but apologising to Geordies. Well done. OK, so, well, there he is, Noel Gallagher. Noel, speak to you soon. Shame you're not coming out. We'll all be back soon. Matt's moving out here now. He's sort of struts around like Tony Montana. We won't be able to get him out of LA. He likes it.
LA's gain is our loss, I'm afraid. You, on the other hand... You can stay out there.
Go on. Fingers crossed. Say something nice. Here goes the ego rush.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Noel.
Cheers, Noel.
I'll speak to you, obviously, probably next Saturday, I would have thought.
I imagine so, Noel, because I tell you the truth, if it's not being broadcast, I can't be bothered to listen to it.
Well,
that's
we all know
what when it comes to Noel
listen, say hello
Gallagher.
to Lemmy. I like Lemmy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we will.
Well, if he's still coming on,
We
Matt
offended him a
Matt
bit.
was saying that he wants a police marksman to shoot his moles off his head.
No,
It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
but if Lemmy was listening, he'll know that he never actually said that. It's you that were insulting him, and Matt kind of got dragged into it.
Yes.
Oh, Matt got dragged in. He's the innocent
Perceptive
bystander.
there.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get that. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's the innocent assistant while I'm, out there at the front line insulting people. All right. Well, thank you very much, Noel Gallagher. I'll talk to you a little bit later.
See you later, Noel.
Bye,
mate. Bye.
Bye.
There he goes.
Bye.
You're listening to the Russell Brand radio show, which wins awards at some ceremonies, and and later on we're going to be talking to Lemmy. That was Noel Gallagher just there. There's no denying that. Nice to talk to him, wasn't it, Matthew?
Yes.
Did you like it?
How many more rock stars can we get on?
Well, at least one, unless you include C3PO as a rock star.
Well, yeah.
Well, so do I, because he's got the moves. Oh, Master Luke.
Well, you know those people who said you can't dress like that when you get too old?
Oh, yeah.
Thing with Noel is, and like Oasis, because they never wore they never dressed up to be
they
rock
were
stars.
a
They
bit
sort of wore
scruffy,
normal
didn't they?
clothes.
Yeah.
So no one can say that to him. It's quite good. It's not like David Bowie or someone.
Oh, David
Wearing a costume.
I've got a zigzag across my face. I think that I'm allowed to wear what I want, ain't I, mate?
Anyone is.
Anyone
Whatever
is.
you
Not even
want.
just me, this. This is anyone. Do what you want. As long as you're not hurting anyone, and even if you're hurting them a little bit and they said it's all right, you can do that as well.
Just wear what you like.
Do what you want. Get out there, live your life. Look at how beautiful you are. Don't feel down. You're lovely. Look at that mirror. Look how lovely you are. Who said something? There's nothing wrong with you, whoever you are, unless you're doing something malicious or nasty and you know it's motivated by viciousness.
Because you're a critic.
Yes, you might be a critic, or you might be me. A bit of a petty-minded, small sort of person sometimes. Within us all, there is a war between good and evil, but more of that after a little show that tells us things about what's going on, so we won't be glib, because we don't know what's happening in the world. Me and Matt are living in a bubble now in Los Angeles. All Matt thinks about is limos, demos, and bimbos. That's Matt Morgan's life now. OK, so now time for an update on our stinky little planet's news and views with actual news. This is BBC Radio 2 online and digital. News! Bloody hell, news! Holidays and Sun, Sex Pistols, you're listening to Russell Brand. Before that, it was the news. You're listening to the award-winning Russell Brand radio show. So, last week it was mentioned that Mr. G, the poet laureate, West End Ponce, and now a euphemism for ladies' genitals, according to the good people of Ireland. Con in Ireland. In Ireland, G is not pronounced like the letter G, as in, like G meaning ladies' pride. Why have you put your sunglasses on to do the show? You're walking around living your normal life, and then when the show starts...
It's too bright in here.
Because of my charisma. Is it the charisma?
I don't know if it's that.
Is it the
It might be the
radiant beauty of my
sun.
soul, where I'm in alignment with God and everything?
Yes, Russell,
That's
yes.
what I thought it was. So remember, last week someone in Ireland told us that G, Mr. G's name, who
It's
thinks
ladies'
is so cool, is a lady part name. In Ireland, G is not pronounced like the letter G as in BG. The sound is more similar to the way Tony the Tiger says great. Try after me, G or G or Gee. Gee? That's a type of Indian butter,
How's
ain't
that
it?
to do with Tony the Tiger?
Well, because he goes, great!
So it's good.
Grr. Miss, would you like to touch me, girl? I certainly would. Why the hell wouldn't I? Come over here, you lovely damsel. So, Guy, as we now call you.
Grr.
No, but I think it just means no, because
Let me see
it
this.
just means it's a hard fricative G. You snatched that email! You snatched it! Right, yeah, so Guy.
grr.
Yeah, but no, he's just saying that that's the way that the G
Why have they
is
brought
pronounced.
Tony the Tiger into it? And why is he the precedent for Irish pronunciations?
How come Ireland have yielded their use of the English language to a cartoon tiger to promote a frosted cereal? Sugar frosted. All frosted in it. It's not really. And what about rice?
It's like a sort of glamorous cornflake.
Oh, yeah, it's a cornflake with tickets on itself. It's a real arrogant, swaggering
It's a cornflake's
cornflake.
gone up west like G.
Yeah, G used to be a plain, straight cornflake. Now he's a real frosted. We're just a couple of Rice Krispies in Hollywood, and he's a real ricicle, isn't he? He's out there, all sugar-coated, Mr. G, with all his bling and his tingling and his rings, everything rhyming like the songs he sings, out there, having it off probably with cast of that musical. What?
Hey,
So you are! We've captured him, Red Andy!
Yeah, because I remember him saying, they've got amazing abs.
Yeah, I remember him saying
Dancers have
that.
got amazing abs.
Yeah. The thing about their abs is they keep it down their nipples.
We go to anecdotes now.
What are you saying?
Anecdotes.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, truth hurts.
That's why they
baby.
call him Mr. Grr in Ireland.
Yeah, grr, because he's a grr philandering swine of a man. So, G, okay, they use a quote of mine up on the poster outside the theatre for Into the Woods, don't
No,
they?
I think your name's outside there or something as one of the people that visited.
What do you mean
or
you
something.
go there every day?
I go in through the back door.
Yeah, so we
Easy.
here,
Set it
Mr. G. Dirty devil. Filthy business, really. Now, I think on the phone we have got a certain robot from the future or past, or wherever that was, that Star Wars happened.
Long time ago.
It's Anthony Daniels. Hello?
Hello. Listen, what's with this slagging off breakfast cereals? I personally was a Kellogg's breakfast cereal. I was Kellogg's C3POs.
Were you?
Twin rings of honey sweetened oats fused together in outer space for a truly galactic breakfast. Yes, the Force can be with you at breakfast with Kellogg's C3POs. You didn't know
do the
that,
voice.
did you? So
No,
just
sorry.
you watch about Tony the Tiger and all that kind of thing and Frosties.
It won't happen again, Mr. Daniels.
Yeah, just be cool then.
Okay, you've put us in our place, and that place is below you in a hierarchy of this radio show. Oh, it's
And
very lovely.
Walking along Oxford Street tonight, they were going past John Lewis, and I thought it was you in the window, because there
What was
is a
it?
robot working a vacuum cleaner.
Oh,
And
hello
I
there.
banged on the glass, but it didn't react, so it wasn't you.
No, I would have reacted. If
But
ever I'm in the...
they're waiting for you to come and take over the job, or they're waiting for me to do it.
Why don't we team up and be a couple of lovely gay golden robots together, Anthony? That's surely the dream.
What are you telling me here?
I'm telling you, what are you in a swimming pool? You sound like you're a black shot swimming pool, Essex.
Listen, I'm in the best capital in the world. I'm in the centre of London. I've just left a party to come and talk to you. So get on with it.
Thank you.
I'm on a mobile phone in the West End.
Crikey. Well, thank you so
And
much.
it's not raining, so you're all right. I'm under a heater. And where are you? You're in LA. Have you checked
we're
out my
in LA.
footprints yet?
Oh, no, but I mean, we're all walking in them, to tell you the truth.
I said I'll only
Anyone
come on
playing
the
a
show
gold
if they go
gay
and stand
robot.
on my footprints outside the Chinese theatre.
No, we will.
wow.
We'll do that. That's the next thing we'll
You
do.
do that tomorrow, yeah.
No, we'll do it. We'll leave the show. We'll go straight down and walk in your
We'll
footprints.
do it now. Go on.
All right, hold on. We've got a little pressure.
Where are you recording this or doing it? Are you doing this live? Are you live?
Yeah, we're
We are
live
live.
now.
Have
we checked
your
as well?
pulse?
Look, we're here. No, this is it. This is life. This is actual life. We're in the moment.
Yeah, where are you?
We're in Los Angeles.
It's quite a big place. It's bigger than Birmingham. But
You're a
not as
very
nice.
bossy robot.
Get on with
You
it.
bullied R2-D2 and you won't bully us. We'll stand up for ourselves. I like the bits when you fall apart and you had to be on Chewbacca's back. we'll pull you to bits and put you on Chewbacca's back.
So what's this about you getting a robot job and not me getting it?
Well, they said we need a robot, but we can't employ an arrogant pig. Let's get Russell Brand, not Anthony Daniels. That's must have been their line of thinking. You naughty robot.
So what talents do you have as a robot then?
I can
Come to
walk
think
like
of it, what talents do you have as a human?
Oh, Anthony.
3PO! 3PO, you're out of order! Do you know
Oh,
what?
sorry.
I do totally just do an impression of you. That's totally
Go
what
on
I'm
then.
doing. I just go, oh, Ambassador Skeeto, we're on our way to meet these girls. Oh, she's certainly very attractive, Ambassador. I just talk like that, passing it off.
That's quite good.
It's not bad, was
You
it?
get arrested for doing that on the Hollywood Boulevard.
Why would I? What Matthew's pointing at
George
himself.
Lucas would sue you. It's too similar.
Very similar. It's a tribute.
That's very good. That's plagiarism, yes.
It's an homage. I'm giving you a bloody homage. Right.
Get Anthony to
That
do the
is
voice.
very, very
Anthony,
nice.
do
What
the
are you
voice.
wearing for this
Do the
role?
voice! Do the voice!
Go on, do the voice.
Do the voice.
Yeah, do
Hello,
3PO.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations, and I appear to have a new counterpart whose name I have no idea of. What is it?
Say
What
our
are you
name.
calling
Say
yourself
Russell.
in
It's
this
Russell
film?
Brand droid.
It is
what?
Russell Brand. Russell Brand droid.
Russell Brand.
I'm a Russell
droid.
Brand droid.
Oh, Brand droid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
come
really, what's the
Clever.
word?
Good. Brill.
No,
Sexy.
yes, really
stiff
no
as a
good,
board.
right, okay. We'll come up with
Right,
another
wait.
name for you, all right.
Right.
Listen, okay, Anthony, you are a visiting scholar at Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh. Are
It
you?
is true, where I was hosting, now get this, I was hosting the Robot Hall of Fame Awards about 3 weeks ago.
You
And
liar!
I'm also
Why
on
not
the
I
panel-
invited?
No, shut up. I'm on the panel of the judges who
Yeah.
chooses the entrance to the Robot Hall of Fame. Now, next year, do you want a
yes.
chance or not?
Yes, please. I want to be in it. Let me
It's
in there,
cash,
please.
It's cash in hand, okay?
I'll put that
What-
cash wherever
now-
you want it.
Right. Now, but apart from that, you've got to be talented, wonderful, and change society.
All right,
and be
society,
totally useful.
be a bit
How-
different.
No. How on earth can you qualify for this?
Because of all I've got all those qualities. Listen,
Go
right,
on, tell me what they are. Tell me your qualities now.
I'm really nice. I've got nice haircut.
Really nice doesn't cut it.
Oh no, 3PO.
No, that's a complete crap. Cut that one out. We'll
You're a
edit
big
that one.
gold bully boy.
Are you gold?
You're a gold bully boy. I bet
Oh, you're gold.
Willie's
All right,
like a
that counts
gold
for a heck of a
pencil.
lot. Go on, then. and what do you do? What are your specific talents?
I do a radio.
Do you know
I
what
just
that
won
word means?
I've done yes, a reward. I want a reward down the radio.
No. That's the other meaning of it. What can you do for other people that you can talk about on radio too?
No. Sex. I'm really good at sex and under the certain right conditions. Anthony,
What conditions would those be?
drunkenness. The drunkenness of the participants. Oh, Anthony, I've got all sorts of moves. I've got the groove. Come on, Anthony. Look, don't knock it till you tried it. Why don't we dress up in our gold... Look, let's dress up in our gold robot suits and do each other.
Yeah, are you shiny gold or are you sort of rather dull?
Matte. I'm sort of
You're
a matte.
matte gold.
You could be gloss, I can be matte. We can grind it up together. Let's create some sparks,
I understand where
C3PO.
Matt comes in now. This is
Oh,
fantastic.
yes. It's usually
and
at that point that Matt does
where you
come
go
in.
and recharge your circuits.
Oh, dear. Listen, as long as you've got your socket, I'll always have a banana in my pocket.
Wait a minute. You went a bit distant then. You're in the swimming pool now.
No, no.
Yeah. Are you careful where you plug in your recharger?
Sometimes, I mean, it depends. You know, Trojans can be very unforgiving to a more modest man. Have you ever tried a Trojan contraceptive, C3PO?
I haven't been to Greece for about 40 years, I would think.
I bet that is where you...
Yes.
How old are you? What are you like? How do you live? What's your lifestyle?
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
You're lovely.
Yes, it's really... When are you coming back to are Disney treating you nice?
Yeah, quite nice. We get we're allowed different
Are
things.
they treating you like a machine?
No, they're nice to us. We've got some money, got a nice trailer, live in a nice
You've got a trailer?
house. Caravan. More
Is
of
it
a
on the
caravan.
lot?
It is
Or do
on
you
the
have to
lot.
park outside?
Actually, they put us outside it. Thinking
Yeah.
about it now. It's ridiculous
Last
the way we're
time
living.
I was in LA, I was shooting something, I can't remember, and I had Winona Ryder's trailer.
You never.
I did.
I bet you've
She
got a
moved
criminal
out,
record as
sadly.
well,
Yeah.
you light-fingered pickpocket shoplifting naughty little robot. You're a sex bot, if you ask me. You're a sex bot. Here, do you want to come and be in
She
films
wasn't
with
there,
us?
she moved out.
Yeah, of course you did. You farting
Are
your golden
used to
arse
know-
off.
No, are you used now to be referred to as an it?
What do you mean? Why? Why would I be
Well,
in
because
it?
you're a robot, you're a machine, you're an it, you're a washing machine, you're a hairdryer, you're
Only when
not
I'm
a human.
tending. I am
What?
a bloody human. I'm looking down.
You're not.
Here.
Not when you're on set.
C-3PO. When you went, when you dressed in your gold robot costume, when you was doing Star Wars, when you done a wee and you had to get your willy out through your costume, did you think your willy looked a bit silly, all pink, coming through your golden costume, as I did with mine? Can I have a photo?
No, you see, because I was 32 years before your performance, on which I take as a total homage to mine. In those days, they didn't make wee places in robot costumes because robots didn't wee in those days. Now, you modern robots obviously wee and probably do other things, which is pathetic. In my day, I wore like
he did it in his costume.
No, I did not. The first day filming in 1976, I stood there all day without weeing once. A bit like Her Gracious Majesty the Queen, you cannot. You have to go before you go. If you see what I mean, before you're on duty, you have to go.
So
because
did you
there's
not
no
drink?
saying,
But you must have been hot.
Excuse me, this trooping of the colour. Can we like stop it whilst I go for a wee? And they'll go, yes, Your Majesty. Because it wouldn't be. And it was the same with me. So you pathetic sort of follow-on people.
You're not as good as our Queen, and stop saying I'm pathetic just because I weed out of my gold robot suit. You couldn't have stood there. I bet you tiddled in it. I bet when you was doing some of them scenes you was tiddling. I bet you piddled on an Ewok.
The only slightly kinky moment was in the oil bath in that very first film, which was the oil only reached the inside of my costume halfway through the scene, and it was very, very warm and rather nice. And if you look very carefully, you'll see 3PO smile in the middle of talking to Luke Skywalker.
Dirty little robot smile.
Oh, yes. Yes. Us machines, because I speak of you and me as in the same.
Yeah.
Perhaps I don't, actually.
What's this, Polare? You coming on to me? Hey?
You've got to get into this. Robots don't pee. They are treated as an it. They are an it. And there we go.
Well,
so when you go
I wasn't taking it that seriously.
Have you got a coffee maker? I won't ask you where you're staying because obviously tons of fans would
No, they'll be very welcome.
Door.
West Hollywood, I live in, up in the hills, near Chateau Marmont, if you want to do an homage.
I was there the other night. What's Robert De Niro's restaurant? Have you ever eaten...
Argo.
That's it. Well, I was doing a premiere of a Japanese film at the USC the other day, about 2 weeks ago, and I'm so jet-lagged, and at midnight, we all go off to this restaurant and have an entire Italian meal in the middle of the night. I haven't got over it yet.
Doesn't sound like you have. What did you have, a big plate full of heroin?
If you are in West Hollywood, trundle along. I'd suggest you go in a limo rather than walk because it's still a bit dangerous. Hollywood Boulevard, about the Chinese Theatre. Just look up to where the old box office used to be. I'm just below Betty Grable's thigh. Do you remember Betty Grable? She was one of your ancestors. I understand. I think you've modelled your performance on her on a regular basis.
I will be modelling all my performances on you, Anthony Daniels, C-3PO. You're one of the finest guests we've ever had on this show. You are clearly...
Oh, you say that to a person. You say that because I'm not going to
a person?
Oh, sorry, you say that
I think you're mad. Are you actually mad?
Yes,
what are you going to do when you come off the phone?
The thing. Will you send C-3PO... Now, if you go to my website, anthonydaniels.com, you could actually send in a autographed picture of your robot to my robot. Now, I think that would be really nice. Now, they're never going to have babies, obviously, because, that doesn't come into it with robots, really, does it?
What do you think about all this stuff? What's going on?
Well, I'd like an autographed picture of your robot to my robot.
You can have whatever you want, mate. You can have whatever you want, Anthony Daniels.
No, I don't want you. I want...
You're going to get me.
Robot.
I'm going to track
What's
you
your
down.
Robot called?
I'm going to pull down your golden trousers. I'm going to give you such a little... I've told you, he's called Russell Brandroid. I'm going to get down your gold pants. I'm going to have you.
You're not the first person to say that. and believe me, if I ever notice, I'll be very, very cross.
You're lovely. Listen, clear off now. We've got to do something else. You've driven me a bit mad now. So,
that's fantastic. I'm going back to the party. Bye.
I love you. Come on the show again. You're great. Bye.
Bye.
See you, Andy Daniels. Bye.
Insane.
What's that? Who's he then? What happened then? That was just... He's mad. He went in it like, it's none of that kind of... What about when we had Trigger on the show, Roger Lloyd Pack? Matt goes to him, I'll do Trigger. He went, no. And then we go, I have these unlabelled drugs that we've got. All right, I'll have 3. Took 3 sex drugs, wouldn't do Trigger. None of that with Anthony Daniels, a.k.a. C-3PO.
He's still an android.
He's mad.
He's a cyborg.
What about, well, we can't have children. But he's just still completely in that headset.
Yeah, I think he's still got a midget and a dustbin. He wheels it around.
I bet he has. Can I come out for you, Anthony? Stay in there.
Artu.
This is most impertinent.
You're just speaking bleeps. I can't understand.
Just bleep, bleep, bleep. There's not enough oxygen in here, Anthony. Bleep, 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 bleep. I need a wee. Bleep, 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 bleep. He's like that German geezer with kids in his cellar, but he's got a dustbin full of little midgets. That's Anthony Daniels, or whatever the correct term is, little people, whatever it is. So, no offence. Now, yeah, what a madman.
Bonkers.
Yeah, I liked him, didn't you?
Has he done acting after C-3PO?
I don't think so. I think what it is, he must do so many conventions where he's that character that he's gone nuts. Don't you think? Because they always have their conventions, don't they?
Yeah.
Right, so he's gone mad. He's gone mad. And but he was alright, wasn't he?
So he was in all the films?
As I remember, he looks a bit like David Dickinson when he's not being C-3PO.
He must be quite slim to have got into that...
Send us some pictures of him, please.
Got into that costume.
Yeah, he must have been quite slim. He does look how funny he looks. He looks like Paul Foot, the English comedian.
Yeah.
Got a bit older. That's mental.
Oh.
That's really mad.
I like him.
Oh, yeah, he's really good, wasn't he? What a great guest.
I wonder what that party is.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's all sorts of gay robots.
They're all there. Metal Mickey.
Metal Mickey's in there, and
Daleks.
That Johnny Five, all just rattling into each other. All doing, I don't know, some robot drug or something. I don't know what they do. What do
Oil,
do?
and they have, like, they eat nuts and bolts.
They eat nuts and bolts, I suppose. Do you want some nuts? And bolts. That'd be the jokes, wouldn't it, that we'd do?
Yeah.
In our hit new script, Gay Robot Party, starring Russell Brand and Anthony Daniels. They're a couple of gay robot cops in the future solving riddles based on the relationship between Russell and Matt. This impossible pair, the rescuing orphan robot, I was saying like that, it'd be alright, wouldn't it?
Pitch it.
Yeah, pitch it. And there he is standing next to his C-3PO robot head. Oh. Wow. There's also images of Anthony Daniels if you want to look at them. We'll put them on our website before too long. It'll all be nice. If you want to email us here at the show, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk, or you can text us on 88291. In a minute, we're going to be talking about Matthew Morgan's moral quandary, where some students have sent their phone number saying they want to have it off with Matt. Matt's worried about it, so let's see whether or not we'd do it.
I wouldn't say worried.
What do you mean worried? What are you
interested?
Then? You're interested about it because I suppose. Well, the main thing is send pictures, and and if anyone, to be honest with you, if you would like to have it off with me, Matt, or Mr. G, or anyone affiliated with the show, perhaps you want to have it off with Sharon Smith. You might be a man. But if you are, you might as well have done a bit of prison time and be a skinhead yob, because that's what she likes, isn't it, Matt?
Seems to be.
She goes for a skinhead yob. If you're a nice person, don't bother. If you'll knock her about on that, she'll probably like you. If you'd like to punch a woman during sex, try Sharon Smith. But and if you are a woman, particularly if you're if it's a shallow sexual exchange, probably just a sexually attractive woman, like big bombs, big boobs, but also like slim women. I find beauty
what a guy.
in everyone. That's one of my things. And I
like big bombs, I like big boobs.
Yeah, hey, come on, join the party. I've got a gay robot over here. Eat lally. So we'll talk about Matt's moral quandary. What are we going to listen to? We're going to listen to Johnny Cash for your nan, are we?
Yeah,
which one?
For my nan. I don't know which song they've got in there, but Man Comes Around, I think.
You're not a bit embarrassed that we're playing a song for your nan after going on about gay robots and you wouldn't have it off with 19-year-old students?
No, they got over the disappointment of me years ago.
Some time ago. Probably around the time the umbilical cord was being cut. Oh dear.
Oh well, that's alive now. Make
do, shall we? Well, we're all hoping for better through that 9 months. We're stuck with the pregnancy and this is the result, So, okay then, right, so this is, have we got it there, some Johnny Cash record? What is it going to be? People in London. People in London. Hello, London. What Johnny Cash record you going to do for Matthew and Snat and Dorothy? What's it going to be?
And I
What's
heard,
this?
as it
When
were,
Man Comes Around.
the noise
He does
of
talk a
thunder.
lot at the beginning.
One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse.
Ooh, all right, Dorothy. Right,
That's nice.
Johnny Cash.
In the midst of the
When
four beasts.
man, he's still being intense.
Cut that off.
Johnny, all right, Johnny, come on, leave it, mate, leave it. We've had a laugh. And I heard.
That was a bad choice.
Why did you
for me.
choose
Well,
such
no,
an
my nan liked
intense
Johnny
song?
Cash, but then I didn't realise that
Full
had
of
so much
such
intense
potent
imagery. And I'm
religious
sorry.
imagery for your nan Dorothy.
Sorry.
You idiot, you've ruined the gesture! No, it's alright, don't worry about that. We've sort of done something like, well, that don't matter, that's more typical of you, isn't it? Because it's like, you
My
try
family,
to do something nice,
as I said,
you're an
are
idiot.
prepared for the disappointment.
They're prepared for disappointment. Oh, Matt's put himself, that's nice.
Oh, God. Listen to the imagery.
Oh, Armageddon. That's alright, don't matter, it's just you being
They'll
you.
all laugh.
I was on Letterman last week, wasn't I? This week, the other day, good old... Have you watched it?
I have, actually. I watched it online.
Did you, really?
6 minutes of wonderful telly.
Funny, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was funny though, eh? Do you see I was all nice and polite?
You were polite. I know, you go into a different mode on the chat show.
It's good to be polite on a chat show.
Quiet, reserved, and slightly camp and sort of male flirting, I'd call it.
Yeah, if I'd gone on longer and more of my true... That is an aspect of me.
Well, with Jonathan Ross, I think every appearance you've got more relaxed into it, and you've got a good, relationship with him now.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to, I'm relaxed in terms of, relaxed as a performer, but I think you need to control your persona in those situations.
You need to earn a few tokens to be able to...
Earn the tokens.
Down the line, a few years...
Yep, but wander on there, just punch him in the gut, sit down, do a great big blow off, stick my feet on his desk, and bellow something about the Ku Klux Klan and sound like that, probably, won't I? Here, so Matthew, here's a thing we should do. When we go back to England, let's do a special gig for our fans, right? Like fans of this radio show, member of the forum fan site thing, russellbrandfansite.com, alright? We'll do a gig where it's just like them people that are members of that and affiliated with that, they can come and see us. We'll answer all questions about anything they want. Now,
What, unplanned? We'll sit on a sofa.
Unplanned, we'll sit on a sofa, and they can ask us whatever they want. We'll book a venue, it won't be that big, like 300-seat, something intimate, but I'll do a big tour as well later in the year, so you can all come see me, and that'll be all right.
I'll get shy, I'll get a bit nervous.
Look after you. You'll be alright, mate.
No, you all say that, but...
You always do, don't I?
You get mobbed, I'll get pulled off, I had to... No, like that.
I do, whatever you keep proposition... Anyway, if you remember
those 19-year-olds, send a photo. They're a bit young,
people that want pictures. That is a bit young. I've got... What's my lower age bracket now?
Why are you looking at your management when you ask that?
It's my management control things like that. 20. But I am prepared to go 18. But you've got to be actual 18, not pretend 18. And that's got to be in England where that's legal. 2 years above the legal age. That's the law we have. Yeah?
I'd say 22, 23.
No! You're missing our whole demographic, you selfish pig! Yeah. No way! So anyway, use a lot of the fans talk to John Rogers about that, and we'll organise it. That's just a bit of admin on there, a bit of on-air admin. Now, hold on, there's something else important for me to talk about. There's a couple of lads here. What are your names again? Ian and Miles?
Yeah, Ian and Miles.
A couple of lads from Beverly Hills.
Move into the mic.
They've been fans of our show since the 6 Music Days, the humble origins of our Sony award-winning show.
People in Beverly Hills listening to our humble little 6 Music show.
We were just little idiots, getting up in the morning, trying to live our lives, doing our radio show.
Wasn't it?
Difficult. You complain every week, Matt.
To get up at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, or 8 or something stupid.
It wasn't that early. It was at 11, the show, Matt, I think, wasn't it? Or 10? It wasn't that
10,
early.
It was 10 till 1. It was 3 hours, so we had to be there at 9.
Young Russell Howard does that show now, and he, as I understand, does a very fine job of it. Very talented young broadcaster. Now, as for you, Ian and Miles, it's to see that you are dedicated fans. We've allowed you into the studio, something we've not done for our fans for a while, because Matt's a neurotic. Me, I love to be among people. I'm very much a Christ-like character. And if you could see me now in my Christ-like robes, someone said to me when I was coming out of an NA meeting, of all places, I was dressed a bit like Jesus, wearing a white sort of Jesus-y top, white Jesus-y pants, white sort of Jesus-y shoes, a crucifix around my neck. So I went, "Hello, Jesus." I thought, I'd like to kill you. That's how unlike
just
Jesus,
like Jesus
I am.
Thinks.
I'd like to smash you down.
Listen to how stupid that is. White Jesus' clothes, Jesus' shoes, Jesus' crucifix. Hello, Jesus. I want to kill you.
So how dare he say that?
Well, it was the tone of his voice was a bit mocking.
Bit mocking?
Yeah, well, you dressed up as Jesus. You're allowed to say hello, Jesus.
No, Russell Brand.
How's he meant to know that?
New Jesus! Jesus Plus!
That was just silly.
Super new Jesus, available now! Modern era
Jesus. Ian and Miles.
Ian and Miles.
Yes.
So then, come on then, what did you like about the old 6 Music shows?
So then, come on then.
So then, come on then, lads.
Come on then, that's that with it, eh?
Hey, oh, come on, be honest, don't mug us off. You come here to Beverly Hills, or where British, what are you, the Beverly Hill police, are ya? Come on then, what things did you like about 6 Music? Can you remember things? We told you we'd quiz you. Here it is, it's actually happening.
Well, I first started listening because you talked to Noel and...
Well, Noel Gallagher?
Big Oasis
fans.
You like Oasis?
Yeah.
They're so stupid! Okay, right, so you started listening for Noel Gallagher, and that sort of hooked you into it, then you realised, better than Oasis, us. Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'd say so. So, tell us what bits from the show you can remember, and it better be specific, otherwise we're going to throw you out.
I remember everything. We have, all the episodes on our iPods, and
do you?
Yeah, we listen back to them, old 6 Music ones.
Do you go around telling other Americans to listen to the show?
Yep.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Spreading the revolution.
Spreading the revolution?
Yeah.
That's it. You speak all very mellow and slow, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Nice.
the lifestyle out here.
Why is it mellow and slow? Because of your lifestyle?
Just how I am, I guess.
How old are you?
17.
Oh my God, see, so now if I was a gay fella, I wouldn't be allowed to have sex with Miles, for a number of reasons.
Why would you say that?
Well, 'cause he's too
Sorry,
young.
Miles, he always does this. Now awkward, isn't it?
I'm
What?
Ian.
What?
I'm Ian. That's Miles.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Miles, because Miles is the one I'd have sex with. How old are you, Miles?
I'm 14.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Miles, you shouldn't even be listening to this conversation, let alone having sex with me. Oh, you look much older, both of you.
Both much older.
He's taller than me.
What's your ethnic background? You're sort of like Asian-looking lads, are you?
My dad's Turkish.
Your dad's what?
Turkish.
He said Hispanic.
Oh, he's retarded.
No, my mom's Hispanic.
Don't say that about the retarded. I said a Volta. Right, so sort of Hispanic and Turkish.
Yeah, my mom's like European background.
Oh, see,
Dad's
that's where
Turkish.
you get your mellow nature and your love of English comedy. Perhaps you've inherited that from your European mother.
I have like a love of English everything.
Go on, name another thing.
Anglophile.
Yeah, exactly.
Careful, mate, you've got to watch out for them. Go on.
Ian Brown.
Yeah, he's cool.
Dirty Pretty Things.
Yeah, they're cool, we know
Baby
them.
Shambles.
Know them, yeah, cool, well done.
Everything.
Know it, yeah,
Oh.
everything. Yeah, what, sorry?
Mighty Bush.
Oh, no, what do we do? I owe Mighty Bush. Yeah, very good. We love Mighty Bush. Noel Fielding. He comes on here. Have you heard the shows with Noel Fielding? To the test. Julian Barrett don't come on. He's less of that sort of a person. He's not really more. He's not
Still
really
no
that
specifics.
What?
No specifics yet from me.
Nothing specific.
All right.
Is your passport in here? What about the what I want something like is like, oh, that show where you and Matt went ba 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 bit of boff biff back.
Okay, that show when you guys went on the boat and you had to get another girl to get the boat for you.
The boat
'cause
story.
Ah, the boat story. Is that your phone left on, Matt?
No.
Because you've had a week, we'll let that pass. That's probably your nan saying, why did you play that horrific song? It's terrifying. Right? Turn off your iPhone. You're happy that someone came over the other day, right? Came on the film set, English woman, doing some of the special effects. Would have to be dressed up as a gay robot. You may have picked up, right? And like, well, it's not gay, it's just a robot, right? And I've made it gay, right? And what happened is like this woman come over and goes, "Oh, hello, I'm from England. I saw you at the Roundhouse last year. It was brilliant show. Really enjoyed it." And then she went, she goes, I love your radio show. It's fantastic. Is Matt here? Where's Matt? I goes, yeah, Matt. I don't know where he is now. He's probably off sleeping drunk in a ditch or something. She went, oh, did he find his phone yet? People worrying about your phone.
Oh yeah, it was, you know.
Well, yeah. Don't use our radio show as a phone retrieval service. However, do use it for this purpose. If you are an attractive woman
Was she
and you'd like to
attractive?
sleep, what?
Was she attractive?
She was quite attractive. Would you want to sleep with her now?
No, I don't want to sleep with her. I just like to know.
Oh.
Her number.
Well, we'll get you a number if that's what you want. You dirty.
I never really, I haven't been...
Yes, you
I haven't
have.
done the whole group
What
thing.
about
Did
that?
it once.
What about that girl with a limp?
She didn't have the limp at the time.
No, she developed a limp, and it wasn't a sex limp either. It was the kind of limp someone gets after rickets or some other Victorian condition. Poor cow. I'll see her shuffling
what
along.
You're talking about. Russell, shut up.
She's got a built-up shoe now. Right, okay, this is the Russell Brand Radio Show. We are award winners here. So what you're listening to now is award-winning radio or an award-winning podcast. We've got a couple of our fans in here. We've made all sorts of announcements. Here's an email from Vicky. Hello, Russell, Matt G, company. Thought you might find this interesting. Until recently, in Holland, it was legal to have sex with animals. Zoosexuality, I think it's called. But now they've passed a law that makes it illegal, but only if you enjoy it. So you can only have sex with animals if you don't enjoy it, and if you do enjoy it, someone can press charges.
What that means is it never used to be illegal, and then there was a case of it, and so they had to make it illegal. It doesn't mean like it was allowed, or
it just wasn't.
encouraged.
There wasn't legislation for
Get
it.
stoned in a cafe. Go score a chicken.
Maybe you might like to go to Anne Frank's house, then you pop down the road, you put something down the dolphin's blowhole, huh? Actually,
What's going on about that?
I would do it.
It would hurt. Steam flies out the top.
Yeah, but the dolphin would get over it. Russell Brand, 4 more years.
4 more years. He always says the same things.
So what? What about you? Out, keep your snout out.
That's my new song.
These are the things
I could do without. Come on!
That's what Matt's been going around doing. What's the
Someone
point
says
of
something,
him?
asks you something, you don't want to answer.
Yeah.
Sing that.
Out, keep your snout out. You want to sing that to people, do you?
No, I told you about it and they've outed me.
Yeah. Keep your snout out, did you? That's the way that we roll here on this show, what we are making even now. Shall we do a... oh, bloody hell, look, we're going to have to put Lemmy on in a minute, and I hope to God he hasn't been listening to your insults and slurs. I hope to God Lemmy realises that I, as a very keen fan of him, am a nice man, whereas you, Matthew Morgan, are a right bastard. Now, what should we... Could say it, 'cause I meant it in a Shakespearean sense. That's it. So, what should we listen to? Should we listen to a record? Shall we, Matthew?
Stooges, I Want to Be Your Dog.
Stooges, I do want to be your dog. So, how appropriate then?
Not in Holland, though.
No, where you'd probably get me right up my blowhole.
Dogs don't have blowholes.
Well, what is that round the back then, if not a blowhole? Hold on, we've got an email here. It looks like it could be very important. I am Danny. I'm 5'11". I'm 20 years of age. I've got green eyes, brown short hair, teeth, ears, and all other necessities. I'm a musician and I love Sharon. I hope she'll love me too. This is a possible bit of sex for Sharon there. Well, know this of Sharon Smith. She is rude in bed. I once slept with her early on in our friendship. It just happened. It was ages ago. Just one of those things. 10 years ago, so I was on drugs. You know, not to say that you need to be on drugs to have sex with Sharon, but it will improve the sex.
Why don't you dig yourself in a massive hole?
Why don't you dig out my bum? We've got a wall. Hello, Sharon. Welcome to the show. You look pretty.
Do I?
Lovely and pretty. Let her on the mic.
that.
Come on, lads, off the show.
Put some makeup on, especially for Danny.
For Danny?
Yeah.
So, some people think Sharon should have her own item on the show. If she did have it, where would it be? Sharon, do an item. Go on, then.
Oh, God.
Boring!
It's going to be an American item.
Don't do an American item. We're English.
All right, then.
Right, now then, is there anything you want to say about... She's good at accents.
It was really good.
Do you know anything about me this week you want to say about... Like, we watched Secrets and Lies in the trailer.
We watched Secrets and Lies. That was really good. Dressed as a robot. We kind of forgot that you was a robot because we had a gap in the gap in the taking, didn't we? So we went back to the trailer. We went back to the trailer. Started watching the film, and then started watching it, thinking, "Oh, any minute now, the door's going to knock." And then sort of got halfway through and thought, "I really, really hope the door doesn't knock." Then got to the end of it and totally forgot. I was sort of sitting in front of us when he was behind me on the sofa.
There's downtime long enough to watch the whole
3 hours.
Whole movie.
Just as a robot.
Yeah,
just a robot.
He was laying on the sofa behind me, and I was sort of like laying on the floor, and then we sort of heard a noise outside when the film ended and thought, what's that? And then suddenly
Sharon looked round angry. We're on a film set.
We're on a film set.
That's why I'm dressed as a gold robot. It all seemed irrelevant. And then I had to go back and all I had to do
was like 12:30 at night by now.
Really?
That's all I had to do. Walk across the floor dressed as a gold robot.
Have you had a tantrum yet?
No, never. Totally hold it down.
No, really, really cool.
Really,
I actually prefer him as a robot.
Well done.
She said she prefers me when I'm a robot.
He's really quiet. He's really calm. Yeah, really, really nice. He's got a really nice
If what you're suggesting is that you want me to be a gold robot all the time and live as a gold robot, then I won't do it. And if it was your intention to cut me to the core, congratulations, both of you. You have hurt my feelings.
Yeah, but you have got a quiet dignity as a robot.
Right.
Because you sort of have to turn around like someone who's got whiplash. Mr. Lister, sir.
Matthew, shall we do some work a bit later, if you're not too busy?
It's kind of nice. He looked really weird yesterday, though, when those girls were getting interviewed on the film set.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So you couldn't pull
he
them.
went into a trance. There was these amazing-looking women getting an interview for something. I can't remember what's going on next week. All
There's
these,
a scene where these bikini beauties are going to be there.
Yeah,
There's a casting for bikini
bikinis.
beauties. They came along because they wanted to take their dresses off and stuff like that. And the bloke that was interviewing them, all he had to say was, "Are you free Wednesday next week? Have you got a bikini?" That process took him 40 minutes per woman. How come? Why is he tracking it out
so short? You would, oh God.
He was just standing there as this complete... Well, he was completely a gold robot, completely made up, and he just stood there, probably about 30 yards away from where it's going on, in a trance, just glued to the spot, just like staring.
Sharon Man touched me! She'll be having dreams for generations of a horrible gold robot looming
naughty
over him.
Robot.
I was a naughty robot, but Sharon says it's okay.
You could have gone over there and chatted them up, because you got the whole...
one.
Yeah, did you go... Human women are beautiful.
I cannot feel anything. Can you maybe make me feel emotion known as love? That's what I said.
That's no different to normal, really.
That's my normal chat. Like, look, I can't feel anything anymore.
Why did I say it was okay? I can't remember.
You said because stallions do it. You said like I'm the same
That's
as a
what
stallion.
he was like. Right, he sort of like... No, it put him off. He's
Telling me he's a stallion?
No, he's a bit
My
like a
Little
horse-like.
Pony.
He got distracted because there was mares in the field.
What? I was just distracted. She just wandered off then in the middle of announcements.
Come on, haven't we got Lemmy on the phone?
Oh, I don't know. Is Lemmy here? Hello?
Lemmy.
Lemmy what? Touch you on the nuts? Never! Here's an email here from Ian from Croydon. Good evening, gents. Congratulations on your award. It's well deserved. I work in John Lewis, Ox Street. Other shops are available. If you would like to take over from the Dyson robot, other things are available. The Anthony Daniels mentioned. Anthony Robot mentioned. I'm sure something could be arranged. Perhaps Guy could do it as a punishment for collecting his award in such an arrogant way. Love, Ian from Croydon, who's quite rightly pointed out that Mr. Guy is an arrogant lady's genital, arrogantly accepting awards up on a stage. What a show it's been so far, though, and we've still got Lemmy to come. So
hopefully.
So, yeah, as long as, you know, well, no one's telling us anything. So why don't we play a record? Would you like a record? Is it about time for a record?
Did we just play
I Want to Be Your Dog? We never played it. The Stooges, I Want to Be Your Dog. Here it is. Stooges, 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 Lemmy's not answering his phone because you've offended him. So there will be no Lemmy because of Matt Morgan's despicable conduct. And also, I've just heard from Sony that they are taking away the award because you are such a little tit. That was the exact word.
Little tit.
You little tit. Hold on, we've got that thing. So, yes, if you are Paul, that lad, then Sharon probably might be up for it. She does like younger lads. So, you know, just send your details into the show. We'll send Sharon out on a date.
And if you are any girls, do send some photos in.
Send photos to us, and next week, our new item, we exploit our fame in a much more explicit way.
Well, now we've won an award, we might as just
get on with it now, Matt. This is it. This is the countdown.
Let's come out.
This is life.
Show our colours.
Show our true colours. Look, we've only got into this. Here's why. Admittedly, I will do a nice revolution to bring about spiritual peace, but I'm not ready. You keep saying that, but look at it now, right?
It's not going to happen,
right, listen,
Russell. You don't secretly... Well, actually, it's a secret to yourself. You don't really care.
I care.
No, right, you don't.
Right, listen to this then. How come now, right, all new movies... how come now, right, next year, 2 starring roles in movies already, all lined up. One with Judd, this new movie we saw the other day, right, another movie for us, like me and you are writing ourselves, big movie, loads of money, everything. How come I still sit diligently in a room working on my stand-up? Tell you why.
No,
because I'm aiming at the future. I do. You saw me and John Rogers sat there watching tapes back, making notes.
He sits diligently working on your stand-up.
He doesn't sit digitally working.
It.
He's not a robot. I'm the robot. Yeah, he collates it all up, and then I do work. And I tell you why, 'cause I'm always looking to the future. Now, I know ultimately that fame is vacuous and won't satisfy us, and we have to do something more spiritually rewarding. That all devotions are the inappropriate substitute for the devotion we shall feel for God and truth. You yourself say things like that when you say we're all connected to a higher being. I mean it. I real mean it. I mean it so bad. I feel it in my goalies. So come on, I will change. I promise. I promise. I promise. Not yet, though.
Because there'll always be something else.
Couple of weeks.
Then you'll go, no, I want to be in a huge action movie, and so I go, I'll do that, and then I'll do Revolution, and you'll just keep moving along.
Hold on, unless the action movie is set in the Revolution, it could be a practice.
It will just go on, and before you know it, you'll just not care.
I will care. I care more. Look,
you'll just go after. Oh yeah, I've got a check for charity.
Right. What about you liar pig? Right? Because remember when we first met, we was working some poxy bleeding MTV thing. I go, I'm going to be a proper big movie star. You went, no, you won't. No, you won't. Not too much for an idiot. Well, then look, now we are.
You actually said you're going to be more famous than Elvis Presley.
Right, I still.
How are you going to do that?
With saturation. That's how, and with a proper good ideology to save the world. I've got it all sorted out. I've got planes.
Write it down.
I've written it.
Bookie Wook 2.
Bookie Wook 2, A New Way of Living with old Russ on an island.
Working title, Mein Kampfy Wamp.
Yes, that is the working title, but don't be offended by that if you're not a fan of Hitler's work.
Lemmy will buy
it. Not now, he won't. Anything to do with us, he's going to...
He's all right. He's probably still in bed.
Fine. Of course he is. He's not got up yet. Poor old Lemmy. Laying in bed, trying to get his head off the pillow. Shaving a bit off to get the weight down. Yeah, come on. Right, thank you very much. Hello, this is Kirsten in Dorset. I see Matt as the voice of reason between you two, so maybe you shouldn't meet the free students. Maybe you should take the moral high ground instead. God knows someone has to. That said, curiosity will probably get the better of him. I'll forget it, Matt. Come and meet me for coffee instead.
Right, that one as well.
Oh, look at him. He's got a little sex pile. Disgusting. Look at this one.
No, I am the voice of reason, and I do feel uncomfortable just if someone wanted to sleep with me just because, basically, of this show.
Why?
Because it...
It's nice. But this is an extension of your personality. It's just like they've got to know you more quickly.
Because they don't really know me, so it's like...
They know you. Look,
it hurts my ego, because it means... I like pulling women when you just walk up, they don't know who they are.
I like pulling women. Sexism, that was... Listen, right, I know you better than anyone else, and you are a right arsehole, all right? Yes, I do.
You don't.
Who knows you better than I do? Who? Right, see?
Well, there's a couple of people, probably. Who? Saying on the radio.
Who, what, your mum or someone? They don't know what you're like, and I'm going to tell them. Next time I see them, I'm going to say,
look... tell your mum what you're like.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't. She loves me, that woman. She'll go to her grave. Let's not tell our mums, Matt. Let's not tell our mums. Listen to this from John. I love Sharon, plus my attributes outweigh that other lad's more. I'm 5'11", I'm 18... I have long brown hair. I'm an art and music student. She won't like you, mate. You sound too nice. The only drawback is my hair and general visage might remind you of Russell, and no doubt disappointing unsatisfying.
That'll terrify her.
Yeah, she won't like that, mate. What she wants is a yob. If you're much more of a yob type character, she'll be into it. So that's what you want to be aiming for. I've just screwed that up and threw it on the ground. Didn't even show it to her. But that lad said he would also settle for Matt. So if he couldn't get Sharon, so that's just look at him thumbing his emails. He's a disgusting character. 2 emails. Thumbing them, he was perusing them.
You're much worse than me.
How am I worse when I'm so nice and kind? Eh? You should see me. Look, that's all right. People want... Look, I love people. Look. If they want a bit of the old how's your father, a bit of a rub and tickle, a bit of a giggle, what's wrong with that? Few orgasms, nice cuddle, no one gets hurt. Except for the people that are hurt emotionally. But aside from them, no one's getting hurt. Now listen, anyway, we'll change when we're ready. Should we do an item?
No, it's quite flattering, but I don't know if I could do it.
You liar, trying to get... You're doing this
why
now.
haven't I done it now, then? Why?
Because you
I've
have.
done it
What
once.
about old Crutch's bird?
Yeah.
What about Hopalong? Poor cow.
Don't say that. She's on crutches. I think she hurt her leg.
Yeah. Well, she's got bigger fish to fry in the old problems division.
What about you?
Get yourself down a syphilis cupboard.
What about your national tours?
What? What's wrong? I hope you...
Barrel scraping.
Hey, don't attack the sex bus. Don't attack that sex bus.
He has a sex bus. He has a bus filled with women to go back to a hotel. And then he just...
You hit some of those women on the arse with leather locker key whips. So there. And I merely had healthy heterosexual adult sex with those lovely Irish girls.
I was herding them out of the room. Some of them that didn't understand words.
No.
Come on, girls. Come on, that's enough for today.
Look, there was no girls there that didn't understand language.
I know.
They were all in their 20s.
Let's stop
had a lovely
picking
time,
at each other.
And a sex bus took them all back home. So what a lovely day
off the cliff.
Yes, it was to their watery graves. Yes, it was.
Right, we're just talking nonsense.
This is
G,
absolute rubbish.
come on,
None of those things are true. Now time for the Poet Laureate of the show and West End Ponce, Mr. Gee, to summarise the show in his inimitable, brilliant fashion. Let's welcome him, Mr. G. All right.
Okay, this poem is called The Science Behind the Madness. Should our chromosomes atone for where the revolution roams, a quick fix of the double helix sharing tittle tips of C3PO? Laws of motion dictate the energy required to change steady states. I'm sure that Russell's remedy will eventually bring a smile to Lemmy's face. How can we compound our different elements of exhibition if H double dates with O water flows a new reign of radio hedonism? So let the bronze, silver and gold all be invited down the wrong road, following all the foxholes to the home of the Brandroid, Matt and Noel.
Woo! Yes!
Yeah.
All right.
Scientifically accurate as well.
Scientifically accurate. Which bit? What, HDO and all that?
Hydrogen, 2 atoms, oxygen, 1.
What a lot of bosh.
Molecules, atoms or something.
What a load of old
I'll read
tosh.
New Scientist.
You don't know. Yeah, he tells me this every day. He says that. He says I don't know him. That's what he says every day. I'll get a subscription to New Scientist, so you don't know what I'm really like, because there's the other me that reads New Scientist in my little fox bed, all covered with bits of kitchen floor, looking at emails from 19-year-old girls.
I'm literally going to move out to a hotel tonight.
You will not be able to afford it. All right? Because I'm keeping control of your money because you are irresponsible.
I'm very good with money.
I've told Adam... I know about your nest egg. Don't think I don't know about your little nest egg and your heirlooms and your little treasures. I'm across all of it, all right? Everything you do is being carefully managed by me. I know about the nest egg.
Don't manage it so I don't get enough money.
You'll get enough money. You'll be all right. I'll look after you. Come on. It's nearly time for the radio show to end. Shall we read out some more letters that's been written electronically?
Any more for me?
Yes, it's sort of a cross between an anecdote and a sex offer, which I imagine the majority of yours will be, Matthew, because they're mostly going to be old, decrepit, lovely nans. Mind you, no. Lots of love, Nicky Mackenzie. But before that, a letter. The following comment was made by my granddad, proving that it's not just old ladies who can make racist remarks. Okay, well, let's be careful.
I don't do enough of racist.
It's not that, is it?
They get a bad rap on this show.
Racist. It is racist.
Old people, that is.
Oh, what? The old people get a bad rap. No, they're doing all right. Right, here we go. Here goes the racist thing by this person's nan, Nicky's nan. Right, oh, no, Grandad, actually. Oh, hello, he's playing jolly well at the moment, says Grandad of Tiger Woods. Mind you, he's from a remarkably talented family. Then there's a confused silence. He's a bloody good golfer, but those sisters of his would thrash him at tennis, says Nicky Mackenzie's racist Grandad, who believes there's just one black sporting family in the world, providing all of the different sports with brilliant black athletes. Well, there you go, a lovely anecdote for you there. We didn't have have time for the jingle because it's nearly time for a show that's probably got as much gravitas and as much dignity as this one. It's called...
I don't know.
No, probably not. It's probably not as factually accurate, and it's probably less worthwhile, ultimately, because we've talked about spirituality and
it's
stuff.
more worthwhile.
It ain't, mate, because that's just a smokescreen, all the news. Ike told me. Ike says the news is made up, keep us all daft as buttons. That's what Ike reckons.
Sorry to Lemmy if he heard us. Yeah. If he didn't...
We never done it. So there you go. We're all ends up. I don't think we're doing a radio show next week because of the Eurovision Song Contest, I think.
Oh, okay.
Keep our podcast at #1, keep downloading us. It's a good one. Good that the one straight after the awards is a really good one, isn't it? Because that makes us look good.
Big head.
Oh, sorry. So, will we do a radio show next week? Can we really make the Eurovision Song Contest not be on? Is that possible? Do we still care about that ironic contest with Terry? I mean, I care about Terry Wogan's bits. They're the best bits. They're the best bits, admittedly. We all know that. But, I mean, the songs, except for when them people won last year that dressed as gnomes. Bizarre. What a lovely world. Okay, it's been a fantastic show.
Ramble on.
No, I'm not rambling. This is radio, mate. Award-winning, if you must know. Right, okay, time now for some news and whatnot. So, thanks for listening. Thank you, the fans and listeners. This award is mostly for you, although we do get all of the money, admittedly. Remember, the important thing, if you want to have sex with anyone on this show, what about G? He might, well, no, thinking, I don't know what G's personal situation is. That's not. But if you do want, why not have a try? I believe Guy is a gay lad. So, if you're interested, why not send some stuff in? Photos and requests, please. Russ.Brand, bbc.co.uk. This is BBC Radio 2, online, on digital, on 88 and 91 FM. Bye, 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 bye. You love me,